everybody. We are back again. I am Takilla. This is my awesome husband,
Russell.
and we are the
Breretons.
Breretons. And today we are going to be talking about intimacy.
Hold on. You got a special day today.
All right. So today is our anniversary.
7 years.
7 years we have been married. It's been awesome.
Yes. It has.
We have ups, downs, but still awesome.
And we actually at a cottage.
Yes.
And what's this place again? Because we just be going to mysterious places.
This is Willis, Virginia. So we like an hour and a half from North Carolina.
Yeah. And I think this is a good thing because it's a part of intimacy.
Right. It definitely is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think people really get the fact that you really need that.
Definitely intimacy. It's not just about the sex, which is a great part, but it's not all about the sex. You gotta be able to talk to your partner and see how they're feeling. And men, you definitely gotta get your feelings out there. You gotta let your woman know how you are feeling, because you don't know if you don't tell her.
Yeah, please don't assume, fellas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, lesson learned. Please learn from me. Don't assume, because you never know. When it comes to feelings are so unpredictable. And then when you put it together as you working as one, it gets a little more difficult too. So we need to take a little more emotions from them, and they need to take a little more, logic from us.
Right.
That's how we learn and we grow. We just want to more years, right?
Right. A whole lot more years. As many as God permits to have. We'll take it.
Right. So let's talk about this intimacy thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I believe it kind of get caught up
Mm-hmm.
because, like you just said, a lot of people just look at intimacy as sex.
Right.
And I know as for me, I was a very sexual person. So that part is trained inside me, I guess I could say. So I already knew I needed somebody that could fulfill that need. I didn't want to go have to look for it elsewhere. So I get what you're saying, and thank you for teaching me that too.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you for teaching me that. I appreciate it. But intimacy is little things like this.
Correct.
Just
spending time together, one-on-one, just even if it's not, even if you just have to stay home, like lock the door, get in there and just have a little room and time for yourself. Y'all don't even have to do nothing. Just be in there, watch a movie, talk about it, read a book, whatever. But just having that one-on-one time is always good. You always got to go back to that one-on-one time. Because we with so many people all the time. We got work, we got school, we got kids, we got family. So sometimes you forget that, it's you two. Y'all two are going to be the ones that got to deal with it all in the end. Because everybody go home and all the kids go to sleep and you get off of work, it's only y'all two left. So you got to be able to have a conversation with them or like have sex with them. But you got to be able to bear with them. Because one thing I learned about the pandemic was a lot of people had to stay home and be with their spouse. And it didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
They did not even like them. They passed each other so much they just bared them,
Right.
So when they had to actually sit home and talk to that person, they did not like the people they were married to. And that's a shame.
You gotta realize there was a lot of guys, they postponed going home just so they didn't have to deal with the BS, But like you said, the pandemic, it couldn't go anywhere else.
It showed y'all faces. It showed you who you're married to.
That's why when it hit, I was like, we was already in the pandemic already. We was already ahead of the game. We was already ahead of the game. And like she said, man, intimacy is about just becoming one and shutting everything else out. So even with us, we would get a hotel room like probably less than a mile from our house, just for a change of scenery, just something different, And also for our son not to hear us. You know,
ladies, well, gentlemen too.
Listen, it kind of gets a little redundant. And you got to be quiet all the time. You know, but I think that's the beautiful thing about us. And I think I can speak for myself. I would feel when we need the time for ourselves. Mm-hmm. You know, whether it's me or whether I feel you being exhausted. You know, and no matter what our finances are,
true,
we make it happen because we can't dwell on it.
Nope.
You know,
you can't fix what you can't. You can't fix what you can't deal with. Like, you gotta deal with what you can do. If you can't do it, figure out another way.
I think that's the beautiful thing about intimacy and what we do.
Right.
You know, because even when we come back to it, we got a clearer mind.
True.
Now we can figure it out, and we can figure out how to make more money.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because we're just not trying to catch up. We need that overflow.
Mm-hmm.
Because I could have sworn God promised us that.
He promised.
Mm-hmm. So intimacy is very important. Intimacy is very important. I know a lot of people always say is not that important. Well, it's not everything because they just look at the sexual part of it. But even that being said, like I said, I'm a very sexual person. You know. Yes. Yes, she is. She definitely matched me on that. Which is a blessing. Mm-hmm. Which is a blessing. You know, even with her, I had to make sure, fellas, listen. If you having trouble going to the gym and you keep on telling yourself you need to work out or whatever the case is, I'm about to give you some of the best motivation. Listen, when you work out, it helps your body. Well, it trains your body to move even when you're tired. So, even if she want to have sex and I don't, because I work out, my body is trained to be active. So I could just click on just like that. And listen, we don't do no mediocre. No. Whenever we...
No, it's never me. It's never mediocre.
Yeah, I'd rather not do it.
We try to do the old saying is do the quickie. It never works out that way.
I'm bad at quickies.
It never works out that way, so. Yeah.
I'm bad at quickies. Mm-hmm. Especially with her. I'm bad. You know, I gotta enjoy it. Because I know, listen, when I was back, I could have quickies, but I could have like 4 quickies in a row. Now, yeah, once I'm done, I'm done. It's not happening. So I gotta make it last. I gotta make the best out of it, you know? And I gotta make sure she's satisfied too. And I think this is the crazy thing, and I think everybody talk about there's a difference between sex and love, and there is, but I had to find out. I found out on my own, and I probably just found out this recently. Like my wife, she working with something in the back. So when we first started, that's the position I liked, doggy style, you know. But now it's more missionary. Like I like to see her, you know. I like to be connected with her. So during it, I hold her, you know what I mean. So it's just one of those things where I really learned the difference between love and having sex, and usually I set the tone with that. So if I'm apart from her, we having sex. You know, when I'm apart from her, that means when, you know, y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't want to get all visual and everything. But when we're missionary and our bodies is literally like pressed together and we holding each other, you know, that's the true intimacy right there. And I think that really makes the difference. You know, that's why we actually do that more often than anything. You know, so it's important, people. I'm telling you, it's real important. It's real important that you find that time for yourself. Like she was saying earlier, We have a lot of stuff going on outside of us, you know. And if you're a married couple and you really doing stuff, like we got 2 organizations, you know, and then we working on top of that, you know, still building this up. And when you have all this going on, you have to make time for it. Don't use excuses for not doing that. When you know inside that it's important, you have to make time for it. We make time for stuff that we want to do, you know. So I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I don't have to look elsewhere for it, which is a great thing.
That means if he's not going out to look for something else, then that means you're doing your job. And y'all having conversations. I think a lot of, and I don't know, but for me, a lot of women, you know, they feel like when a guy goes out and cheats or then it's, you know, it's maybe something that they did. And it might be. But if you know that you're doing everything that you possibly can, don't ever think that way. Like, okay, I know it's not me, so it's just something that he decided. A person's going to do what a person's going to do regardless. But if you feel like they stepped out, y'all need to have a conversation. Like, a conversation needs to be had to find out what's going on. Is it something you could do better, or is it something they could do better? Because if you don't have that conversation, they're definitely going to roam and they're going to look. But don't be scared, ladies. Don't be scared to try new things. Just have a conversation. Just allow your husband or significant other know, like, listen, just have a conversation with me. Let me be the bearer. Say, no, I don't think I want to do that, or whatever. Or they might surprise you, be like, yeah, we can try that. You know, so never ever allow them or make them feel comfortable enough to want to come to you and ask those type of things as far as sex or whatever. And that helps a whole lot.
Yeah. And just piggybacking off of what you're saying, ladies, stop acting in bed. If your man is not doing what you want him to do, say something. Don't be filling our head up like we doing something and you're not satisfied. Because I realize this, the more I satisfy her, the more she satisfies me. You know, women always return. Women is going to return 10 times the emotions that we give them. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's just the littlest gestures to do to your woman. And I guarantee you, once you do that, watch how she responds. But, woman, if you're not saying anything, you gotta realize you're very logical people. Men are very logical. You're very logical. So if you're not saying anything, we thinking everything is good. We think we doing our thing. You know what I mean? We drinking juice all crazy afterwards. You know what I mean? But that's because you telling us what we want to hear, or you just not saying anything at all. Let your man know what you want, what positions. You come to a compromise. Sex supposed to be for both of y'all. Not just one.
Like I said, intimacy could go farther than that. You know, like even the smallest little things. You know, he remember your favorite candy. You know, he remember your favorite drink. You know, something, you know, like, oh wait, I like Sex in the City. So he's like, hey baby, you know, you watch Sex in the City, they don't disturb you, like the babies and everything, just for that 30 minutes to an hour. Right there. You're like, oh, this is heaven. Especially the mamas out there. If you're a mama, you like, listen, I'll take it. You know, even just that, it's just a type of intimacy as well. Or just the small things, and then the big things.
Well, small things add up to the big thing.
I do.
So, you know. Listen, you can see how we are. We are very attracted to each other. And I think a big part of that is the reason why we could do these trips like these, and it don't have to be anything extra, you know, it's just really just about us, you know, because we don't just love each other. We actually like each other.
Right.
We like each other, you know.
Not all the time, but.
It's not supposed to be all the time. To be honest, I
But
don't
most
want
of the
to
time.
listen. I don't like myself all the time, so I don't want to like somebody else all the time too. You know what I mean? It probably get me slipping. I'm about competition. You know, but intimacy is a beautiful thing, and it's the little things. It's the little things. Like I was just having a conversation with her earlier, and when we do have the finances to really go to certain type of places, eventually we go end up back with something like this because this is who we are. This is our foundation. You know, we're not afraid to go explore something. You know, I call it doing white people stuff.
Sorry, white people.
You know, it's just a stereotype, you know, but that's just the majority that do what the stuff that we do.
Right.
You know, it just, we wasn't taught that, you know, and I think that's a big reason why, because we have that mindset that our son don't see any color. You know what I mean? Because, hey, listen, I don't care if I'm the only black person in the town. I'm a person, and I'm a rep. And most importantly, I'm with my wife. So it's not going to matter after that. That don't mean nothing. As long as I'm with my wife, I'm good, you know. And like she said, we don't always like each other. But when times get rough and they hard, that's when we lean on each other the most. So at that time, regardless if we like each other or not, we lean on each other the most. And our love over conquers everything. You know, and I think that's just, of course, God. And then just allowing in us, you know, just allowing to be willing, you know, to compromise.
Right.
I wish I could have everything I want. But if I had everything I want, I wouldn't even fight for other stuff, you know. So it's just one of those things as far as with me. So we're gonna close this out. Because it is our anniversary, and we about to really get some intimacy on. You know? Yeah, we go have a good time.
Great time.
Don't be afraid, ladies. Don't be afraid to be a porn star.
It's fun.
Understand your man.
It's fun sometimes to step outside of your comfort zone.
And I guarantee you, watch your man do. You'll get tired of him. Babe, you ready? Babe, psst, psst, psst. Babe, I'm telling you. And then you're going to be feeling like that girl again, that little girl again. You know, that's why it's hard for her to stay mad at me. I know how to make her feel like that little girl. So, intimacy. You know, like you said, we just giving our point of view.
Yeah.
You know, it might not be for everybody, but whoever take it, maybe you could be that person that get to the people that we can't.
Right.
It's about paying it forward. You know, we just here just to, I don't know, but I don't mind doing this.
Nope.
This is cool. You know, and at the end of the day, we actually learning too.
Yes.
You know, we learning too. So please listen, y'all. Please give feedback. Let us know any questions that y'all have, any topics y'all would like for us to touch on. We don't know everything, but we could give y'all our point of view.
Yep.
And
So definitely comment, hit that like button, hit that subscription button, so you know.
Yeah.
And ring the bell so you know and get notifications when we go online.
Oh yeah, and my bad, I didn't mean to cut you off. But if you want the Love and Furious shirts, please send a comment. You know, we represent Dom and living. You know, so everybody be blessed, man.
Love you guys. Till next time.
Breretons. You never know what we're gonna get.